Booyah on time, y'all. Hey, 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 hey. All right. What's up to everybody? All right, so it's time to get this party started right. Get this party started quickly. So what's up, Daniel Porter? What's up, Dwight? What's up, Captain Marvel? Oh, we got some stuff for you tonight. So I was just getting it set up so that y'all can see. All right. So basically, don't need that much light. So basically, this is the dealio, people. Y'all see the title down there. And let's just say that stuff is getting real in the neighborhood. Stuff is really getting real in the neighborhood. Now, while I'm at it real quick, if you can, please take time out some time out to go and let your friends know that I'm here. All right? Let them know that I'm here. If you're on Facebook, whatever medium you're on, if you can, roll on over there. Let them know we're live right now. We're going to have the how to and the why. All right? We're going to have the how to and the why. Now, this is going to be dealing with the brothers' finances in preparation for the exodus from this modern Babylon that we have here. And for the first part of this, we're going to discuss this modern Babylon, because this is definitely a Babylon that we are in. What's up, Michael Duncan? This is definitely Babylon that we are living in right now. And see, what happens is that many tend to forget how we got here. All right. So real quick, let me remind everybody, for those in case y'all missed it, my PayPal me and my Cash App will be in the description box, along with my email. For those that want to take part in the class, it's going to be a Zoom class. And we're going to do like scripture says. We, even me, I sent my little bit of dinero to the person, because I'm going to take the class right along with y'all. All right. And so, so with that said, if you want to participate, the Nabi is called nabicrypto@hotmail.com. That's the link that you write to me. All right. And I'll send you the information that you need to know, like the brothers' Cash App. And if you don't have Cash App, what I told them I would do is you can PayPal me, but let me know it's for the class. It's going to be, let me know you want it for the class, and I'll tell you what it's going to be. Because there's a set number we're going to give them, but we're going to split it amongst all of us, right? And so that's basically it. And that'll be in an email. Now, there's a reason for that class. And that class is so that we can prepare to leave. And have something that we can live off of, or a way be started enough that we have a way to generate income that would be enough for us to live in places other than Babylon. All right. So that's where we're going with this. All right. Let's see. So with us going there, all right, with us going there, there is going to be a lot to be said. All right. A lot that's going to be said, and a lot that we have to prepare for. I say this because with traveling all over the place, the brothers are clearly, when you look at the traveling channels, the brothers are clearly noting that we as Afro men get treated way better outside the United States, especially as good men. So today I ran across a statistic, and we're going to get into that about 1 million brothers cannot get a passport because of child support. If you never believed that child support was a form of slavery to the Afro man, with the BW being the plantation manager, understand that brothers can't run off the plantation because they're too far behind on child support. Grasp that for a moment. You want to escape, but you can't. This may explain why many brothers who are witnesses to the fact that the brothers are receiving love and support outside of the United States. All right. Many brothers who are witnesses to this. This is why we are under such attack. This is why we are under such attack. What we are going to illustrate tonight is what these guys are trying to defend. All right, what's up, B the Great B? We are going to illustrate tonight what these guys are trying to defend, and then we're going to come up for solutions for how we get away from that. Even if some of us are going to be tied to Babylon itself. All right, there is an exodus happening. All right, there is an exodus happening. All right, and when I say exodus, what I'm talking about is there is an exodus that is happening where brothers are exiting any place where the BW is. Let me repeat that. Brothers are exiting, the good men. All right. We are exiting any place the BW is. All right. Now, I've said one thing about Kevin Samuels and the effectiveness of his channel. We talked about his talking points, but again, the effectiveness of the channel that most of us seen is we are able to see in real time the tomfoolery, the shenanigans, the absurd bad behavior, and thoughtlessness that the BW is exhibiting in real time for millions, or however many people that see his channel, for millions to see. See, what they did was they had other people. Okay. They had other people, understand this, the BW had other people fooled because they had their simps shut down the channels of men that were telling the truth about them, that were warning other brothers. All right. We're going to show you, we're going to go way back into the past. All right. And there's a few things that I wanted to show you. Let me see. One thing I wanted to show you, I might have to manipulate a little bit. All right. Because I just remembered. Y'all, and this is just to remind you. This is just to remind you. What we are up against here. All right. This is just to remind you of what we are up against here. This is one of the main reasons I am against anything that Candace Owens have to say. Even though to some people it looked like she's saying something, but to me, she's saying nothing. All right. Anybody, see, I'm conservative, but I'm not stupid. I'm conservative, but I'm not ignorant. I'm conservative, but I don't believe in letting poor people suffer who is poor for reasons that aren't their own. So I believe in some type of safety net for some people. Women that could be married? No, not for them, because they could choose a man. How do we know this? Our population, 80% of these women are single mothers. So they chose a man to bring a child into this world. All right. But the type of men that they chose, that we know statistically, are dudes that come out of prison. That's who's making the most babies. So it's one thing to see the statistics on paper, but we're going to demonstrate what's coming out of their mouths. All right. So one of the things, all right, because I want to make sure I get this right. All right. One of the things I want y'all to be aware of. All right, let me see something. I had a problem with this one time. All right, there it is. All right, I got what I need. All right. We're going to start off with a warning as to where we really are. But first, let me greet everybody. Geworden hardu gudag all the way to the vein. Vasas los bonja mezmi. Kedabawani kunichiwa. Ni hao ni ama. Sani bonani. Jambo habaragani. Assalamu alaikum and shalom. All right. All right. So who all popped in? All right. Got you, Dwight Daniel. Michael Duncan. What's going on? Tai Chi 29. Hey, brother. Be the great B. What's up, Robert? Mustafa. Let's see. God of War. What's going down? Let's see. Hey, Solo Traveler. What's up? What's up? All right. Let's see who else we got in here. Oh, solo traveler, and to any other people that's going to use, what's up, Hunter Rhett? To any other people, I don't know if you're using it this way or not. All right. So before I get started, some little pointers. Solo traveler, I was on watching your show, and I saw that you had a problem with the putting the brother's page, getting his page up. What I would suggest that you do is use two browsers. Use the StreamYard inside Google Chrome because it works better and you got more of an option there. Okay. And use Mozilla Firefox for everything else. All right. And you can use that to monitor your video. So have that, have you that you can use your dual screens like that. Okay. Let me see something. I think people getting some stuff mixed up. Okay, I got it. Okay. So for the Cash App for the class, just go to the email. All right. The class is going to be Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. All right. Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. Oh, no. Sunday morning at 11 Central, 12 Eastern. So 11 Central time, 12 Eastern. So at California time, that would be like 9 o'clock. All right. So this is his Cash App. This is the brother's. Oh no, it should be this. Hold on. That's his Cash App for the class. So go over there and get the email first. Oh, hold on. So go to my email and we'll get all the information there. Now, so let's get into this. All right, so let's start breaking this down. All right. And because I want people to know, people like Candace Owens who don't know crap, right? I want people to know what it is that we're fighting against here in the United States of America, right? And trust me, it is a fight. Trust me on this one, y'all. All right, trust me. It is something we need to be aware of. Trust me. All right, but just in case y'all forgot, just in case you forgot, let's go here. All right. And from time to time, I have to remind you where we are. Okay. I really have to remind you as to where we are. Because I need to say it like that. Because we are not in a good place. I want y'all to understand this. We are not in a good place in this country. Now, as I play this, the reason why we're not in a good place in this country, because all the Sambos, so-called leaders on the left and the right, they forget this. This is the real deal. This is what is actually going on. All right? This is the COINTELPRO papers. This is what Dennis Mueller and Deb Ellis, this is a documentary by them. All right? So pay attention. What is the goal of the United States? Since they got here and saw us Afro people here along with the red man, what was their goal? It was to eliminate us and or weaken us to where we couldn't think and eliminate any type of leadership we would get, right? So this was the COINTELPRO papers, right? The first one, prevent the coalition of militant black nationalist groups. Second one, prevent the rise of a messiah. Now I want y'all to stop there for a second. Prevent the rise of a messiah. I want y'all to stop there. When they say prevent the rise of a messiah, when they say prevent the rise of a messiah, don't you think it would be curious for them to use that word? Prevent the rise of a messiah that could unify and electrify a militant black nationalist movement? Why do they refer to anything going on with Afro people in the United States in biblical reference, in a biblical frame? Why do you think they do that? Could they know that we are the real people of the, as they say, Old Testament? The real people of the book, the real people of the commandments? They know that. We're the only ones that didn't know it. The whole world knows it. We are the only ones that didn't know it. All right? Prevent militant black nationalist groups and leaders from gaining respectability by discrediting them. I want y'all to understand that. They wanted to discredit our leaders. And the best way to discredit somebody, especially an Afro man, too, they didn't want to discredit us to the white people. They wanted to discredit us to the black people, to our community. You know why it's so easy? Do you know how they use it? What they do? They get a bunch of women to go lie on them about sexual escapades or false allegations, and they know that they don't need evidence. They don't need evidence. All they need is numbers. And because they villainized the good men so bad in the United States, it is easy for the weak men to follow the BW, who never really had the interest of Afro men, follow what she wants to do. And so if she wants to throw a man under the bus, that good man will be thrown under the bus. But guess who's without a good man now? Prevent the long-range growth of a militant black nationalist organization. Excerpts from the COINTELPRO group. So Caucasians were murdering children. One more again. All right. And that's exactly what we can't do. But it's not the white man that's stopping us, surprisingly. See, that's where we messed up. That's where we messed up. We messed up thinking that the white man was the cause of our problems. We messed up by thinking that, oh, it's the white man keeping us down. Turns out it's not the white man. All right? It's not the white man. It was the white man, but even when it was the white man, he didn't have much success in stopping us. Now, I brought up them 4 guys for a reason, because this is how much. Remember, I said that the BW has been destroying our history. She teaches her children that no Afro man ever stood up for the community. No Afro man ever stood up for her. Those are 4 gentlemen. Fred Hampton wasn't in there. Those are men that stood up and were assassinated for standing up. Most of the programs that the BW enjoy today was not created by the government. They were created by primarily the Black Panthers, who much of them were assassinated. Why were they assassinated? Were they violent? No. They were assassinated because they were effectively protecting the community and supplying needs to the community. The same, and it could not have happened without so-called Black people on the inside destroying them from the inside out. Oh, understand this also. Understand this also. What they would do is hire the BW to go in there and cause confusion within the leadership by sleeping with everybody at the top. So now you got everybody fighting over a woman. Hey, what's up, Roderick Hayes? Just in case I missed you. All right. So you got all this stuff going on. And why? All right. Why? How are they able to so effectively do us in? They're able to do it because the very people that should be our allies, which should be us, turn out to be our greatest adversaries. Our BWs have done things in such a way that destroyed us that the Caucasians alone could have never have hoped for. And they were more effective. But wait a minute. I'm not done yet. I am not done yet. So let's go here. Pretty sure I put it here. Let me see what I called this one. Hold on for a second. I got that one. There was another one I wanted to show you. All right. Got to find out what I did with it. There was another one I wanted to show you that was very significant. Okay, let's see. Oh, I would like to show her, but that might be too much. All right, hold on for a second. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I have found it. Okay, I found it. All right. So let's go back here. I know I just put that over here. Hold on for a second. All right, let's put it in here. All right, let's start this thing over. Maybe it'll pop up. All right. So basically, a lot of people have been forgetting stuff, right? And one of the things that I want y'all to understand is the role models. All right. The role models that the BW have been following. All right, I'll just do it the old-fashioned way then. All right, so here we go.
The representation of women always need to be saved by men. And, you know, what is that about? That's gatekeepers deciding that that's what we need to see. And it's time to change that.
Keep in mind, this is an African.
Please.
Action!
Let's repeat that again. All right. All these women, but they don't need no man, right? What is this thing that they need to be saved, right? These are the Black Panther women, and they got that movie mess inside their head. All right, now I want to show y'all something else. Let me show y'all something else. All right, let me see if I can find it again. This thing is giving me a whole bunch of problems that it didn't before. Okay, I know how to find it. All right, these are the women that we're dealing with, y'all. Okay. What do we want first? 5, 6? Yeah, we'll go with that one first. Let me make sure I have the right one. Because I don't want to show the wrong one. Wow, really? My video just disappeared. Hold on for a second. This don't make any sense. All right. I hate when these stupid programs stall me out.
Y'all need to stop trying to make girls feel bad about liking hood niggas.
Okay, let's see. Now that I got it open, let's see if I can open it this way. All right, let's see if I can open it this way, y'all. Sorry about that. Booyah, there it is. All right. Now pay attention to Home Skillet here. All right, pay attention to her. Now, I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. For the life of me, I can't make this up. All right? So, let's listen to what she has to say.
Y'all need to stop trying to make girls feel bad about liking hood niggas. Like, y'all really need to stop that, because at the end of the day, every bitch preference ain't to have the fucking preppy, fucking bookworm ass niggas. Every girl don't want that shit. I know me a fucking hood ass nigga. Like, I just took me to his trap. Like, yeah, like, I like that type shit. The most like, I don't want no fucking yes, man. I love my niggas that I kiss with him. Like, he can protect me, like, he can protect me, seriously, like, that's all. I don't want no fucking, let's talk about it, let's bring it out, I'm gonna be like, hey, shut your ass up now, do you still want some stuff?
In other words, you heard it from out of the BW's mouth. She don't want no preppy dude that work 9 to 5. She want a hood dude. All right, that's what she wants. She wants a hood dude. You got to be from the hood. But wait a minute. How do they treat their hood dude? All right? How do they treat their hood dude? Hold on. All right, let's see how they treat their hood dude. Because they treat their hood dude the same way they treat every other dude. All right, they don't respect that dude. This is what he got to look forward to. Ain't nobody there. She lined her teeth off. Well, that's how she treats the hood nigger too. That's how she do. That's what she said. But that's how she treats him. She treats him the same way they treat everybody else. All right? This is what we're trying to escape from. All right? Sorry it took me so long to find these things. Not find them, but I had to do it a different way. All right? But that's what they do. They call us Nick Us, right? And they say, "Ooh, I love him," when when all he can afford is to go to the corner store to get something, right? But at the same time, then they turn around and they laying up with some other dude, the other hood dude, and got him running out. And I understand this. Understand this. That's how they always treat all dudes. In most cases, this is what they do to most of the dudes. In most cases, it is not yours. It's just your turn. And some of the times, it's not yours even when you are actively involved with it. Because somebody else will come up and take a turn while it's your turn. So while it's your turn, they will come up and take a turn. All right? This is why we got to get our finances straight, y'all. All right? So now we get into the second part of this, our finances and stuff. Brothers, we got to come up with a way, one, to build trust within our little enclave right here, as Brother Dwight would say. All right? Because it is clear we can't trust most of the dudes. Because the dude that was in the bed with the woman and ran out naked, yeah, he was naked running out without his clothes on. All right? That dude, and still filming, right? That dude was the one committing adultery. Because apparently she belonged to the dude that came home early from off the corner, maybe. I don't know. We don't know. Didn't look like he had a 9 to 5. Looked like she expected him to be gone for a while because she put on a dance and all the rest of that stuff. And was about to get a dude caught, one in jail, the other in hell. I want y'all to think about that for a moment. This is why our money matters matter. All right. This is why our money matters matter. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So this is why our money matters matter. All right. There had been, this was the plan from the get-go. This is the education I'm providing. Thanks, Tai Chi. And this is basically it. So we got the one dude, we got a brother who is really good with this crypto stuff. He offered to teach a class. All right. Our problem is we'll pay a Caucasian, but won't pay the brother. And I said, no, we ain't going to go out like that. All right. That's why I put this, that's why we arranged this stuff. Because even though I'm really not going to participate, I'm going to do it so I know how to do it. But my thing is my thing. And I'm going to stick to it. But I'm going to be a part of the class because, hey, it's in my group. He made the offer. So I'm going to be a part of that class too. All right. Here is the thing. The scripture been told us to stay away from these women. These are the women that the scripture told us to stay away from. One, they won't follow our lead. Two, everything they do is for themselves and the Caucasian. Three, if you notice that these women gravitate to those that are actively breaking commandments, this means that their spirit is not in line with us or the Most High. All right. Anyone that covers for them is the problem when it comes to the so-called community. Anyone, I don't care if they calling themselves Israelite, conservative, Democrat, liberal, anyone that is covering for them are just as treacherous as them. Remember, Ezekiel said, son of man, and son of man is one who is born of a man. Judge these women, judge the community, judge everything. What? That is a ruler. The Most High gave us a commission to rule over the woman. He told the woman that the man does rule over you. He didn't say we was the head. He didn't say it was 50-50. We rule over them. Well, what does a ruler do? A ruler makes laws, bylaws, and judges these ones according to the laws. And since the Most High, since the garden, gave us a set of laws in order to judge ourselves and the females by, we have that. We call them commandments. All right. But you see that they will betray their own. Ain't no coup to them. They become actresses on the backs of men, Afro men, with stories written and directed by Afro men, chosen for those actresses' roles by Afro men who are really sellouts to the community. And then they'll turn around. We don't need no man. Had it not been for men, they wouldn't have got such a good job. They would have got them B and C tier movies. Hey, what's up, Daniels? All right. But let's just be real. These women have this epiphany of who they don't need. Always, hey, what's up, Captain Marvel? Always after they reap the benefits of the very men they say they don't now need. All right. Hey, no problem. That's the other thing. We don't share. If we know how to do something, if we know how to do something and we see somebody doing the same thing we doing, a lot of these dudes, especially on YouTube and stuff, will not share information to another person. And that's our problem also. Not only will they not share, but y'all know that my channel is being shadow banned by by Caucasians, yes, because it's their platform, but with the help of so-called Black people. Understand this. Why? Because I'm a threat to. This is why a lot of again, I mentioned this is because I have my issues with Kevin Samuels, but I understand where he's coming from. All right. So I don't, in a sense, I have issues with his premise, but I'm not going to argue his premise on his show because I know what he means. I rate by a different standard because I'm a different kind of man than he is. But I understand his rating. That's more than I could say for anybody else. And he kind of sticks to his rating. That's more than I could say for anybody else. And he's another one that now you can see live in real time the foolishness coming from these BWs. All right. Hey, what's up, Jamal? All right. We have a lot of these people telling me, oh, you need to listen to Candace Owens. I know who she is. She's a Brazilian that married a Caucasian dude that really had nothing to do with the Afro community or its true history. I doubt that she had something to do with the Brazilian history. I know she comes from there, but she's led a sheltered life talking about America and what America really is. She don't the hell know. All right. Now, let me say this. America was built on racism, theft, kidnapping, slave labor, lynching, Jim Crow. All right, that's what it was built on. Let's not talk about what they said on paper. Let's talk about what they did to us. So I ain't forgiving that. Then, brother, why are you conservative? I'm conservative in that I stand for the platform that I don't think we should destroy ourselves. I think the family is the strongest unit that makes for a strong community. All right. Those are called conservative values. And so that's how they define conservative values. That's what I have. I'm socially conservative and fiscally neutral. Like I'm not liberal fiscally because that's dangerous. And I'm not fiscally conservative because that's slavery. Capitalism is slavery. What's the object of capitalism? Try to get the people to work for as less as you can get them to work for and sell what they make for as high as you can get. And in the meantime, those people barely have a living wage, but it is not for you to care about because you're getting rich. Oh, then in capitalist societies, they then discuss in boardroom, smoke-filled back rooms on how to eliminate billions from the population or millions. And then they decide that they should eliminate everybody but themselves. Which then begs the answer, if you think that there are too many people on earth, why don't you start with eliminating yourself? All right. And so this is where we are. All right. This is where we are, where the BW have taught their children, because they're the only ones raising them, but the Willie Lynch letter told us that they would do this. The BW has taught their children. Understand this. The BW has taught their children that the so-called black man ain't never did nothing for you. And since the children are going to school and they're not going to learn about Stokely Carmichael, they're not going to learn about Fred Hampton, they're not going to learn the truth about what got Martin Luther King killed. He was doing another march, and this time he was coming for the check for Afro people, because he found out that when they did welfare for Caucasian people, it was for the whole family with the father intact. But when they went to the black people, they made a contract with the black woman. You get rid of the good man and we'll give you subpar housing and food stamps. And unfortunately for the children of the Afro community, the black woman went along with that deal, and now look at the results of that. All right. And so the other results of that is that the BW had decided that they're going to teach their children opposite of what the truth was about the good Afro men. That the Afro men that they said that never did nothing for them were assassinated in droves. In droves. The hat comes from Brazil. All right. The shades come from Oakley Standard Issue. So it's real Oakleys, but you get them cheap because you were in the military. So you have to have an ID card. So they have had an ID card or was in the military. So they check with your DD 214. Once they check that, then you can get sunglasses that would normally be expensive cheaply. All right. And so these women are lying about the history of Afro men. Straight up lying. All right. And so when somebody is lying, when they've been run through by the community, then they are no longer salvageable to a good man. Let me say this again. When they have been run through by the community and they aged out by being run through, they are no longer salvageable to the good man, the good strong man. So we must leave them alone. And the problem isn't the fact that they not only that they've been run through, but remember what the girl said. She loved her a hood dude. She loved her a hood dude. That's what she said. And look at how she refers to us. All right. And that's where we're at. Okay. So we got women that we can't trust. All right. And if you can't trust them, and if they made a history of betraying the entire community, and if the only reason they want to get with you now is because judgment is coming from them, then you know we are supposed to escape from them. We do not turn ourselves over to them. What this proverb says, give not thy strength to a woman, her ways which ruins kings, destroyeth kings. All right. And so this is where we are. Okay. We can't do nothing. All right. We can't do nothing with these. So what do we need to do? We need to get our finances together. All right. So that's a given. Right? How? Each brother that has skills need to teach brothers in our particular enclaves. I look at the people on my channel as my enclave. I have spoken with many of you personally, at least on the phone. All right. I see you regularly here. I don't know who the people are that comment after the live. All right. I don't know who they are. But this I do know. This I do know. We got a lot of knowledge here. We have a lot of knowledge here. With the brother teaching the class to us that on Sunday, that class is Sunday. So have your funds in before the class start. And I'm saying all the way up until before the class start. The class is going to start 12 Eastern time, which is going to be 11 Central, and about 9 way out west, California. But y'all can go off of that. All right. So I want y'all to understand this. All right. We all have something we could teach. Like me, I know how to teach the sciences to little children. So we can start them little boys and girls, primarily the boys. I'm concentrating on the boys out in the favelas in Brazil. I know I can't do a darn thing with the children in the United States because the BW will not allow for a man to teach their children the truth. Because in this, next Sunday, the 6th of June, the 6th of June, the 6th of June. So here's the email you go to. All right. And this email is only and specifically for these classes. All right, nothing else. Now, if you want to send some stuff up about some other stuff, then you go to refugetemplenabi at hotmail.com. You go into the description box. That's the one for it. But this is only for that class and others like it. All right. And so, dude, I don't know, because I ain't trying to be there right now. But so as you saw in the videos earlier, you got one woman who's been hired by men in scripts written by men saying she don't need men, only after reaping the benefits of being put in a role. That's Hollywood, right? Then you have another woman that says she loved the hood Negro. That ain't what she call us, right? But then you see from the other one, wow, she loved the hood Negro too, but it's nothing for her to sleep with Pookie, the other Pookie too, at the same time she's talking to the other hood dude. So she's talking to one hood dude, and while she's talking to him, while he's away, she laying up with another hood dude. You understand? Because this is their MO. So if she's sleeping on one hood dude with another hood dude, then what good is she to a good dude? Absolutely none. But scripturally, we ain't even supposed to be messing with that. We are supposed to turn away from her. Let the Most High judge them. That's the only way the generation that's coming up now, the young girls coming up now, can learn and understand that you don't destroy, lie on, cheat, and do in the good men. And that there's a price when you only desire the evil men. See, for too long, these women and this feminism had taught them that there are no repercussions for their action, that no matter what they do, they can always blame it on the man. At no point did these women ever think that stuff was going to come back and bite them in the behind. Why? Because they don't think about tomorrow. Tomorrow is a linear thing. The past is also a linear thing. Basing what may happen in the future off of what happened in the past. What's up? The real low? Oh, the real OC? All right. What's happened is that all right, just doing that real quick. What happens is that many of the people kept covering for this wickedness, and this wickedness became pervasive and more pervasive. All right. So now that we know who we need to escape from, all right, where do we escape to? Where's the Exodus to? We got a bunch of brothers like the Solo Traveler that's in here right now that have been in many places. You have me that know the ins and outs of Brazil, the Solo Traveler that knows the ins and outs of Colombia and the DR. All right. Hey, what's up, Brotham? You have, let's see, you have a lot of brothers in these groups on these channels. Check out these channels. All right. You got Brother Elijah, who's been to Tanzania. All right. I was engaged in a conversation with a doctor from Tanzania. So you got Brother Elijah, who's been to Tanzania. All right. So we have brothers that I think are part of this enclave, online enclave. And every once in a while we get interrupted by the ignorant. All right. And keep this in mind, my channel is still shadow banned, so it's hard for y'all to find my channel. Even when you're subscribed, and even when you subscribe and click that bell. Right? But this channel has been doing great things, especially for children in Brazil. Might be able to do something here. All right. This channel has been doing great things for people, let's say in the world. All right. So that's what we're about. Right. And so the Sala de Música in Brazil. All right. I'm going to just have a whole bunch of names on the wall because that's what it's about. All right. It's about that when we go somewhere, not only are we coming there maybe to find a good woman, because that's the motivation behind men wanting to do things. It's not sex. It is good companionship, a good woman that follow our lead. That when we have an idea, that's the beginning of the help. Maybe we have some children could make a bigger business. When you look at businesses by the Chinese, the Indians who's taken over the hotel business, look like in Houston, San Antonio, in them areas, probably Fort Worth too. They do it as a family. We can't get nothing done because we don't have an intact family. No, not my Cash App. You send it to that $ Elijah Fire. All right. If you want to just do it like I'm like the PayPal me, like for those of you who don't have Cash App would like to do the PayPal me, then you could do that to me and I'll get that to him. But no, Elijah Fire. Hold on. That's where you send it, right? All right, so that's where you send it. You send it to him there. All right. When I was trying to send mine earlier today, there was a little snafu, but it was fixed. All right. And so basically, well, all of us working on this. Well, all of us working on this, right? With this enclave, we could do enough to get some stuff done. Okay, we can do enough to get some stuff done. With all the work that we're all doing on this, we can do enough to get some stuff done. All right, we can do it as men. So here's the thing. We absolutely work on ourselves first as men. We get our stuff right first as men. We get our passports or however we're going to escape Babylon. But we do it solo as men. What I mean by this is if you go to another country, then you look for a woman. But you plan to get there first. Don't allow these females to eat up, take up, or use up your resources. All right. That's how we do this. Do not allow them to use up your resources. All right. And so we keep our resources amongst ourselves to ourselves. Every once in a while, taking in and helping one another. All right. Now, in this thing that we're doing, in this class that we're all taking, all right, in this class that we're all taking, all right, we're taking it from a brother that has knowledge, right? Caucasians ain't teaching us a damn thing. All right. There are secrets and stuff that we are going to learn that nobody is teaching you on YouTube. Why? Because let's be real. There was a hit on the market, and now let's get into this. And I'm going to explain what's going on here. There was a hit on the market where they intentionally dropped the Bitcoin and all this stuff. They said stuff to cause the value of it to come down. Why? They was trying to shake out all the riffraff. Well, who's the riffraff? They wanted to get rid of the gamblers and keep the investors. Well, what's the difference between the gamblers and the investors? The gamblers are the ones that got that check from Joe Biden and said, I'm going to gamble this check on Bitcoin and get rich. So they did this, and they looked at all these people that as a result of this giveaway go into the crypto market at one time. They said, oh, we got to do something about this. It's because it's not supposed to happen like that. And so it fell. And it fell big. But guess what? There was a particular coin that went up 1,000%. There was a particular coin that went up 1,000%. The investors knew about that one. The gamblers did not, because the gamblers only know about what's on people's mind. They go to YouTube channels, and all the people misdirect you on YouTube. Now, let me say this. When I was taking my cytology class, it's a degree class in the Army. When we would discuss answers, right, there was a E6 female, maybe Caucasian Hispanic. But while her, understand this, there was a Jamaican black woman that was in the Navy that made friends with the white woman. I was the only Afro man in the class. So I knew I was on my own. So when we were discussing things, right, except for maybe the dude behind me, when we were discussing things, you know how we discuss things? They were intentionally, except for the dude behind me and except for the Chinese guy, right? They would intentionally lie to me about what we were discussing. So we was discussing things that how things work within the anatomy, and they would intentionally lie about what they found to be the truth because they was trying to cause me to fail out. Little did they know was I believed that I was smarter than them anyway. The only thing I needed help with was seeing, because I had cataracts in both eyes. All right. So I needed to see what the questions were so that I can answer them. When I studied on my own, I did well. When we switched to the computerized test where I can see clearly what the question is and what the option was for answers, I quickly leaped to the top of the class. Why? Because I didn't trust any of them damn people. They were racist as hell. My teacher told me, she was an E7, and what she told me is, you're just always going to be a B student. With the cataracts, and not being able to see clearly, I was still managing middle B. All right, this is with the small lettering on pieces of paper that they gave me. And I remember when she told me that, I was like, so you one of them people, one of them white women that told little black children that you can't be president. Why don't you be a plumber? Kind of thing. And keep in mind that I didn't have the lowest grade in the class. I was just in the middle of the class. All right, understand this. I was in the middle of the class having to PCS with children, being a week behind in the studies, walking into a test and homework that they say I had to do that weekend. Wow. When I got there, I had to get the children in school, find a place to live. Understand this. Get the children in the school, find a place to live, get everybody organized, and get more people in school, because I had a woman that I thought would be my wife, but all this. And still, they wouldn't give me any time to get the stuff done. And then she was talking to me, well, your writing is sloppy. It's sloppy because you forced me to handwrite everything quick as all get out. Right? This is the kind of people that I know we deal with. Hey, what's up, young boy 24? This is the kind of people I know we deal with. So I'm not going to sit up here like, yeah, I'm conservative and this country ain't never been racist. I'm saying I'm conservative and this country has always been racist. Their laws are. So let's arm ourselves with that. Are we saying all white people are racist? No. But the laws definitely are. The country definitely is. Was Trump racist? No. Was Biden? There's a bunch of evidence to show that he was and is. So y'all got to understand that. So if we know that about them, how do we arm ourselves with that knowledge? You arm yourselves with that knowledge the same way I armed myself with that knowledge with dealing with those other soldiers in our class. In that class, I knew that they were going to try to mislead me at every point that they could. So I didn't depend on them for answers or anything. All I wanted to know was what was on the paper. I'll figure everything out for myself. When you know somebody is intentionally going to be your enemy because of the color of your skin, and that includes the black woman that was in the class, right? When you know this, right, then that's half the battle. You now know not to trust them, and you can use that to your advantage. And that's how we need to operate. Understand that we are Afro men. We are Afro men, and we don't have anybody on our side in this country that we can depend on and be like, oh yeah, they're on our side. Now we can be surprised when somebody ends up being on our side. But let's just be real. We're in this alone. With the ability to find like-minded brothers that we can share and be in this together with a little small enclave. But when you're in that enclave, understand you got many dudes that's outside it that's going to try to destroy you. And there is no dude more destructive to us than these dudes, these pro-black dudes, these wannabe Israelite dudes that know nothing about the commandments, who did not do any study for their own. They read stuff that other people did, and formed the the basis of what they believe off of somebody else. You can't trust that person because they're not speaking for themselves. They're speaking for the person that taught them or that they admire. Period. All right. Brothers, we're going to need our credit in order. All right. So there's an opportunity to play the financial game. But what happens when it goes well? You catch up on all your stuff and get your name right. Remember, credit is your name. So y'all know I'm in the eights. I'm in the 800s. So when y'all see them 800s, right? Y'all know, oh, this dude know how to handle money. He know how to handle credit, and his word is good. This is what Caucasians see. They see that this dude know how to handle money. He knows how to handle credit, and his word is good. All right. We need to start investing in tools that helps us navigate these things. One of the best things that I did. Hey, what's up, USMC vet? Let's see what he said. All right. Okay, USMC vet having a hard time watching my channel. All right. The restricted mode. Okay, USMC vet, use another if you're on Google Chrome, use Edge. If you're on Edge, use Mozilla. All right, do that. Hey, is there a restricted mode on for okay. Are you using your phone or a desktop? All right, because you might have to use a desktop. Oh, better yet, I have an idea. Because we ain't heard from you anyway. So what I'm going to do, let me see how you writing to me real quick. Okay. I know what I'm going to do for you, USMC vet. Hey, are any of y'all having a problem? Oh, yeah, I know about that. Okay, so let me see what I'm going to do for USMC vet. Are any of y'all having a problem? Oh, yeah, I know about that. Okay, so let me see what I'm going to do for USMC vet. Hey, are any of y'all having a problem? Oh, yeah, I know about that. Okay, so let me see what I'm going to do for USMC vet. Okay, so let me see what I'm going to do for USMC vet. Okay, so let me see what I'm going to do for USMC vet. First of all, how is he? Is this my email or? Okay. All right. I know how to fix MCE vets, USMC vet thing. All right. So, all right. So basically, all right. I'm gonna send this to, and then I'm about to open up, send the link, but I'm gonna get USMC vet on first. All right, hold on, USMC vet. I got a remedy for you. All right, so let me get this brother on, cause all right, USMC vet, click the link I just sent you. All right, USMC vet, click the link that I just sent you. All right, see if that works, or it should work. Brother, click this link. Period. All right, so so we have it, right? So there's the credit thing. All right. Now, here's the thing too. Whatever family we have or things that we have to do, we got to make sure we take care of it and get ahead of that. All right. We got to take care of it and get ahead of it. And this is what I mean by this. That in many cases, a lot of dudes are hemmed up by the child support stuff. All right. So let me say this. So I'm sending the link for those who have something to say at this point. All right. That have something to add on the finance end of it, right? So basically, we need to get our credit straight. All right. And brothers, your credit ain't straight if it's not in the 700s. All right. It's not really straight. That's where you want your credit to be, in the 700s. All right. And this is why. Okay. This is why we need to get our credit at least in the 400s. 700s. And if it includes paying off debt, and some of the times we just have to bite the bullet and write some stuff off, and get it off our credit, like that $40,000 debt. If the government wrote it off, then you can get it off your credit in 7 years. And if this thing been on your credit for 15 years, then it's been on too long. All right. All right. So, I mean, that's the thing. If you have stuff that's been on your credit for a long time, you can have that stuff wiped off. All right. Let me say this. All right. Let me say this. That I've had I had bad credit for a while. I was able to use things that popped up when I needed to improve my credit. Y'all understand? All right. And that's how we need to do. We need to work on getting rid of stuff off our credit. And half the stuff is stuff that you can do yourself. And how you can do it is go and see what the rules are, and go to the credit corporations like Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, and see how they say to do it by going and trying to do it. Understand this. You go and try to do it, and then look at their drop downs and see all the reasons that they give you for getting rid of stuff on your credit. The worst thing you could do, unless you're trying to buy a house, is pay somebody to do what you can do yourself. Because in all of these things where you're paying somebody, they still assume it's saying your device is not connected. Turn on your camera and microphone, whoever this is. Whoever this is that just popped up, turn on your camera and microphone. Okay. Okay, so this is what happened. It took me that 7-year window. All right. So I started improving my credit. My credit started to really improve on the tail end of my military career. Your microphone and your webcam is not connected. So go into the thing and go into the camera and microphone and connect it. So right now, that's my current score. It was 819, right? Now, here's the thing. Understand what I do. I knew I was coming here, and so I used my credit strategically, understanding that while I'm here, I'm not going to be spending hardly any money. So while I've been here, I haven't really spent money. No gas, no nothing. I walk everywhere. Been buying simple food. I've been mainly exercising in a good gym, right? And so basically, my score dropped from 819 because I used $2,000 on my United credit card. So I got a credit card from United. And basically I used $3,000 because if I used the $3,000 within the 3 months, understand this, watch this now, I would get 40,000 mileage points. You heard, 40,000 mileage points. Y'all know what I used to come here? Mileage points. So everything that I needed to buy stuff with, I used that card. All right. And I got the stuff that I would need for the next 3 months. I got it all in one swoop while I was there in the US. Why? For the 40,000 points. Now, this was all stuff that I was going to need to get. So this is how I use my credit. Today I saw that $40,000, 40,000 mileage points sitting in my box. So you know what that means? My next trip to Colombia or when I go back to Brazil is going to cost me $79. You heard? It's going to cost me about $79. So well worth my credit going down a couple of points to get that. But at this point, credit don't matter to me now. I don't need a car right now. So I'm not going for a car. All right. I don't need a house. I'm not going for a house. So what is it all about? Well, everything is about using the credit to save me a lot of money on some stuff. All right. Because it's so easy for me to get credit cards. It's not that I even want some of them, but when I see a bang up deal, like, so the next one is hotels.com. Let me tell you how I do this. So basically, I exclusively use hotels.com. Why? Because with every 10-day stay, I get one free room or one free stay. But they average the amount of the 10 days that I use. And then I get that much off. So that's pretty good here, especially if I use that here in Colombia. You know why? Because one of the things that I found out is that in Colombia, they have a 19% tax unless you're here on a tourist visa. Because the last thing they need is the tourist saying, we're not going to go to Colombia. We're going to go somewhere else because of that 19%. Now, when you buy the food, go to the restaurant and stuff, yeah, you get hit as hard as the Colombians. And maybe not as hard because your dollar goes further. All right. But just think of it. So I was talking with beautiful woman. So we were just sitting there just talking to each other because she understood a little English. Right. So we sitting there. So I made some friends here and we're just talking to each other, talking to the other guy. And so she asking me some personal questions. So you some of the times this stuff just is what it is. But anyway, so we're talking, and she says, "Why do you only rent 10 days at a time?" So what I'll do is on the last day of the 10 days or before that, I will rent again for 10 days. All right, this is the reason. There's two reasons why when I came here, I didn't do Airbnb, and I don't let any female talk me into getting an apartment with some guy she know. Because you know you're going to get hosed. Oh, it's a good deal for you. No, right? You can't get a deal. You can't make a deal for me better than what I can make for myself. All right. And so I don't trust people. I don't trust that word of mouth in a place where I don't know anybody and they know this is my first trip. So I said, no, I do hotels. And this is why I exclusively do hotels. Right? There's the security factor. I'm not going to have 4 or 5 people up in my room. I'm a one woman at a time man. I wouldn't know what to do with 2, 3 women at the same time. Actually, I do know what would happen with two, because I didn't like it the first time that happened to me. Right? Didn't like it. It was confusing. It was more confusing because one was my ex and the other one was the new girlfriend. I didn't know the new girlfriend was the friends with my ex. And back when PlayStation 2 was out, I thought we was just going to play PlayStation. That's what I thought. What I found out is I do not like when there's more than 2 of us in the same bed. And it messed up my relationship with the new girlfriend, because then the old girlfriend just took over. I'm like, why'd you bring her in the first place? I don't think she knew that was my ex. Because it kind of surprised me. But anyway, that was some weird crap. But I know that I don't want no 2, 3 people. So I don't deal with Airbnb. All right. With this, I know the type of internet that I'm going to get. All right. And so I test what I'm going to need. If they have what I need, then I'm good where I'm at. Now, here's the thing. So I stay here 10 days. Already got 2 or 3 free days. By the time I'll get done with this, I'll have 3 or 4 free days. All right. If I stay here exclusively, I could probably stay a week for free. Think about that for a second. I can stay a week for free. Well, that's a whole week off of. All right. And now keep this in mind. The price that I'm paying is in competition with what I would pay for Airbnb for what I'm getting. All right. And keep in mind, I'm getting breakfast every day. Whereas I cannot cook for myself, there's a restaurant here and I could go out to the other restaurants. All right. So there's the security. I can bring a woman up here. You see what I mean? So I could bring a lady friend up. There's no problem. I got a gym, pool, like you would have in an Airbnb. Difference is I have a breakfast that's going to be cooked that I don't have to pay for. I don't have to shop for or anything like that. And the price that I'm paying to stay here, when you count what I would be paying for an Airbnb, it's cheaper. And on top of that, I'll get a discount of having an extra room after each 10 days that I stay here. That's how I'm making it work for me. Hey, see you later, Roderick. That's how I'm making it work for you. I mean, me. So figure out how things work for you for what you need. If I didn't need good Wi-Fi, I probably would do things different. If I didn't need breakfast to make sure I take these vitamins and stuff like that, I would probably do the Airbnb if I was really secure with that. Oh yeah, never pay the minimum. I pay everything off. I only use what I know I'm gonna get in the bank on my credit card. All right. In other words, the money I had in the bank, I saved to do what I did with this credit card. Because I knew their limit. They said if I needed to spend $3,000 this quick. So I knew I was going to hit that within the time frame. And so all my money I just saved so that when I hit that thing, I just made my credit card payment. I just paid the whole thing to zero. Just like that. Why? Because I didn't spend cash on anything. You see what I mean? So I didn't use cash for anything. I used the credit card for everything. And then the cash I used to pay everything off on the credit card back down to zero. And then that got me 40,000 points, which would get me about 900. Hold it. What this trip would have been $900 to $1,000 leaving from Houston. And I paid 79. So you do the math. All right. So that's how you do that. You got to make all these things work for you. All right. This is the key. This is the secret to having good credit. When you have good credit and you know how to use these credit cards to benefit you, you end up making money off the credit cards. Don't let these brothers tell you, oh, it's scary, scary, scary. All right. Yeah, this is stuff I had to learn on my own. Right. And then with all this cash back, free rewards and stuff like that, I was making money. As a matter of fact, right now, I probably have $100 sitting up in the reward section of my credit cards for me to convert them into cash or send it to my bank as cash. You understand? All right. So it's something that a pay-to-go credit card will not give you. That's why we need to get our credit scores up so that we can get the credit cards and know how to strategically use them to not only use it to get cheap stuff cheaper, because you can get it on sale. You can get it at that time. I've saved so much money on stuff simply because I had good credit. I've saved money on stuff that people that exclusively use cash would not save. That's what I'm talking about. Cash is good. Here I'm using partial cash, partial credit card. I haven't used much cash or my credit cards, hardly. You see what I'm saying? And so this is what they're not teaching. This is the credit side of leaving the BW alone. When you leave it alone, how are you going to make these things work for you? All right. So I monitor my credit. So let me tell you what I do. So I pay $14 a month for the Experian credit monitoring. This thing goes so far to tell me if there is a person that's a sex offender in the neighborhood. All right. So I get that. Then I use my credit cards when they benefit me the most. I'll use cash when it benefits me the most. In Brazil, in Brazil. I'll use credit cards most of the time, but some of the times it's better to use cash because I can barter. So in places where I need to barter, I will take my cash. In places where I don't want to be ripped off, I'll use a credit card. This is why, this is the other thing they don't teach. Say they try to rip me off in Colombia for something that they said was one thing, but they charged me something else. I'll call my credit card company. This is fraud. Guess what? They'll take that stuff off my credit. My Cash App is that's mine. It's in the description box. My Cash App and PayPal me is in the description box. Okay. And so credit cards offer you security that cash do not. That's the other reason why I use it. All right. Credit cards get your money back when people try to rip you off. A quick phone call to the credit card. See, this is stuff that they don't tell you. They tell you, be afraid, be very afraid. All right, this is what they tell you. No, not only can you make money off by using your credit card strategically, but you get points for other stuff. You can use it to get instant deals that somebody is having on something, right? If you use your credit card and something ain't what it is, if you use your credit card on eBay to buy Jordans, and the store, I know this because this has happened to me, and the store seemed like it's in the United States. The Jordans come, but they're not real shoes, the real Jordans, right? And you know right away. All right. And so you call eBay. Well, how did you pay for it? Credit card. Call your credit card company and tell them, and you can keep the shoes, right? And it's really that simple. If you pay cash, a Cash App, you ain't getting crap back. Nobody can help you. See what I'm saying? All right, that's why I only use it for donations or to send family some money. All right, so this is the benefit of having your credit straight. They don't tell you this. Look, the Caucasians ain't trying to tell you you can make a lot of money off of credit cards. I might have a Capital One. Hold on. Okay, I have the United, Chase, Explorer. I have 3 from my bank, USAA. I have the Sears. I have the Amazon. All right, so I have a credit card from each one of my banks. Sears, Amazon, Walmart card. I got like 12 cards. I don't use all 12 cards. I got the Kroger card. So a lot of these cards I got like oh, here's the other thing. In order to improve your thing, in order to improve your credit, make sure your balance, you get a high balance to use on your credit card. Hey, what's up, Rashawn? Is it too? Yeah, that's why I don't deal with these females. That's why I don't do it. America is just too toxic, right? I don't deal with them. It's the feminine females that are toxic, right? But what was I saying? Do what you can to make sure you have a high limit. Don't ever use that high limit. You only want to stay between 1 and 10%. 6% is ideal. All right. So I have a couple of credit cards that's like $24,000. Okay, my payment ain't going to be like, I'm not using $24,000 on anything. All right. So you want it high, and the reason being is I keep an 800 score because my credit card is high, but my utilization is low. All right. So even when I use that $3,000 to get that 40,000, I used the $3,000 to get the 40,000 points, right? That $3,000 only raised my utilization up to maybe 7%. Now, just think what my utilization is going to be when my credit recycles. But was I worried about that? No. I was worried about getting up 40,000 mileage points. Why? Because I know I travel a lot, and it's nice to know that my next trip is only going to cost me $79 to Brazil or Colombia. You see what I'm saying? And so when you understand the benefits of having credit, there's benefits to cash, but the benefits to cash is non-existent in the United States. Your benefits to cash is going to be when you go to countries that barter. Countries that barter, oh, you're going to do well. All right. And so that's the benefits to cash. All right. And so we know that we need to leave. We know we need to turn away. This is how we do it. We need to get right, like Brother Roderick Hayes says, we need to get to where we can move around. Let me see, put this back up here. All right. So somebody was trying to get in here. They had something to say. So I'm gonna open the floor. And if you want to hit me up and get in here, right. Credit is very viable, and financial advisors preach against it because they don't want you to have options. Remember, like I said, I got cash here. I have 3 sets of currency, thanks to Dwight, Brother Dwight. I have the euro that I can use if I go to Cuba. I have reais for Brazil. I have Colombian pesos. I also have the American dollar. Financial gurus saying not having credit is the same thing as saying to me not to have the Colombian peso in Colombia. Because here's the thing. With credit, when I'm dealing with official stuff like for instance, the COVID test. The COVID test, I'm not worried about having to get money for the COVID test because it's done at the hospital and the credit card will work. I'll use my United credit card for that. All right. For the hotels, I use my credit cards for the hotels. For food, it depends. If it's a street vendor, I'm using cash. If a restaurant, I'm using credit card. You understand? If my credit card is attached to the Uber, so I don't have to worry about getting billed out on taxis. See, I don't have to be worried about getting screwed by taxis. All right. They don't want you to have credit cards because credit cards as an option gives a brother a lot of freedom to do a lot of things. Remember, who's the people telling you that not to have credit cards? It's the BW, your BW mom, aunts, and sisters in them because they don't know how to control money. All right, they spend on anything and they get into credit card trouble. So just because they did it, they say, well, you're going to do it as a man, but men use logic. And then them simps that follow their coochie, right? All right. And anyone, I'm telling you, I am successfully using credit cards and making little money off of it, saving a lot of money, and having the security of being able to come down here, understanding that, well, I just went a hotel here. And because I'm using an app with my credit cards attached to it, I'm getting free rooms. I am doing stuff with a credit card that you can't do paying cash. And when you go into another country and you have cash, they're going to Americanize your behind. And you're going to be paying more than you should because you're using cash. So understand this. All the money, I'm about to have a week of free hotel stay here in Colombia. And that's because I have a credit card. See, these are things like people tell you use credit cards to pay for stuff when you don't have the money. I'm not saying that. When you have the money, understand what I'm saying. When you have the money, and you have a credit card, use the credit card instead. No, go for the major cards like Discover, Visa, MasterCard, anything with Visa, MasterCard, and look to see if they give you points. Like the Chase Freedom gives you points. The Walmart card is a MasterCard. It gives you points back for using it. That's what you want to see. You don't want to get some credit card just for the sake of having it. Look for credit cards that give you benefits for using it. Now, here's the key. These credit cards are going to give you benefits because they're hoping that you're not going to be as disciplined, say, as I am, or other people like me, and that you will overuse it, and whatever money they give you in those benefits, they get back. Right, yeah. They exclusively use it because they're making money. All right. I'm telling you what I'm actually doing right now. Hold on for a second. Let me do something real quick. I hate when this happens. I don't want this one. All right. I can't get to it. Oh, I know what. I'll do it this way. I took off my VPN. All right. Oh, speaking of which, if you're going to use your computer or phone and you're in one of these places, get a VPN also. So what happened is I could not go to hotels.com. And I could not go to the americanhotels.com because when I took off the VPN so that it wouldn't interfere with this stream here, everything will default to Colombia, right? I'm going to show you something. All right, this is my rewards. All right, this is my rewards, right? When that fills up to 10, so 10 days, I'll get a free room. Hey, brother, what's up?
Hey, what up?
All right, I'll get a free room. Hold on, let me just finish this off real quick. Right now, I have the average value of my stamps are $53. So that's a free room here. All right. I used a free room at Red Roof Inn. So I used a bunch of free rooms.
I'll just check and see if I can get on if this live stream thing works. That's all.
Okay, yeah, you on. All right. And so not only that, but I'm at gold on here because of my credit card. So let me tell you what gold gets me. I get a free drink. I get 10% off on my meals that I eat at the restaurant. Y'all understand? This is all with a credit card. I was going to have the brother speak. Yeah. So overseas, you want a VPN, but because if you want to get to your bank or you gotta, you're going to use. I got my stick, my Amazon Fire Stick down here. If you don't have a VPN set up on it, you're not going to be able to get to where you want to get to. All right. And that's the truth. All right. So how many reward nights do I have already? So I got one reward night. I'll have two at the end of this trip this week. And then, I mean, so I'm just, here's the thing. This is the thing that they don't tell you. Yeah, not all Greek. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Let me say this. I used two. I used the one that was recommended for my Fire Stick and it works well. The other one that I used is the AVG VPN, from the AVG suite, the ultimate suite. And I've stuck with that VPN for a while. Now, I don't look to the VPN for security. That's the virus protection and the cleanings where that comes with that. I look to the VPN so that if I want to go on hotels.com, I could do that. Now, what I did do was I turned it off to do this live so that it would have less interruption for what I'm doing. All right, which is probably why they can't shut this channel down. All right, so understand that. Understand it. All right, so brothers, I'm about to close this down. I had two people attempt. When you come on, when I send you the link, you come on. One of the things you have to do is allow your camera and your microphone. So understand that for the next time. But this is the finances. We need to stop being afraid because other people are telling us to be afraid. And if credit cards are being used and mastered by the Caucasian man, then they sure can be mastered by you. All right. We shouldn't be afraid to use things that's going to allow us to have an advantage over our finances. All right. And I want y'all to understand that. When you use credit, cash, use all your resources strategically, you'll come out ahead all the time, regardless of whatever kind of fear people try to put up in you. All right. The people trying to throw fear up in you is full of BS. Remember, we are in Babylon right now. What scripturally Babylon was going to say, it is. And the BW have become the 304 of Babylon. She is contra and contrary to the good Afro man. She don't like him. We all have felt the hatred. All right. And so how we deal with it, we leave them to be judged on their own. Remember, the Most High said he's going to turn all against them for how they treated us. And Isaiah 4:1, 7 shall lay hands on one man's hand. And it don't say it doesn't say that he would accept them. All right. So this is where we are. All right. So with that said, I hope y'all got something out of this. All right. Peace, love, and soul. In the class, I might, because I know Brother Elijah might ask me some things, and I will volunteer more specifics of what I do and how I do it. If people are really interested. All right. But I will be taking the class for the crypto itself anyway. All right. So my PayPal, me, and Cash App are in the description box along with the emails. The emails for the crypto class, if you have any questions, is going to be Sunday the 6th at 12 Eastern, 11 Central, and then y'all can go off of that. And by Central, we're talking Houston time. Eastern, we're talking South Carolina time. All right. And my PayPal and Cash App is there. And y'all saw Brother Elias there. But if you want to know how to do that, just hit me up at that email, Nabi Crypto, and I will send you his specific Cash App. Because that's the stuff that goes to him for teaching the class. All right. There it is. There that is. Oh, I didn't even put that up. And there that is. All right. So peace, love, and soul. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up before you roll out. All right. And thank y'all for stopping by. With that said, I'm out. Peace, y'all.